Good afternoon, YouTube family. How are we doing today? It's Sunday, October the 26th. Just want to come make a video real quick about my Club Champion experience. I know Club Champion kind of gets a bad rap a lot of times, especially from the My Golf Spy group. And I get it. It is expensive. But I'll tell you my experience with it, how it has been for me. When I went, I probably started, 6 or 7 years ago with one club, and it was this driver right here. This TaylorMade M4. When I went and got fitted for this club, I could not keep a driver on the planet. It was like hitting at a baseball field, foul pole to foul pole. I was trying to keep it somewhere in that vicinity. And I said, if I could ever drive the ball halfway decent, I'd be okay at golf. I'd be pretty good. But it got to the point where it was so discouraging to just keep hitting foul balls and hitting three off the tee box. I was willing to try anything and knew it was going to be expensive. I knew when I walked in the door, and I think that's what you have to have. You have to have expectations walking in there. You got to know it's going to be expensive. It's going to be more expensive than going to your Golf USA golf headquarters. But where I think you do get a benefit is the number of shaft offerings they have it's 5 times more than our local golf shops here in town. I've been there, I've looked. It's not even remotely close. And I haven't found anywhere else that gives you that many offerings of shafts, flexes, weights, the whole thing. So I think you have to understand what you're paying for. When you hit with the driver especially, and woods, they're going to start you out in the premium stuff. And when you get done, it's kind of like, oh yeah, by the way, that's the upcharge shaft. It's going to be an extra 200 or 220 or whatever the number is. But now if you want to go with the stock shaft, we can put you in that. And my deal was like, I hit on the simulator and it was working. And I knew going in, it was going to cost me a lot. I think this driver ended up costing me $700 a number of years ago. And gosh, now they're $900 probably at least. But I will tell you, this club instantly became the best club in my bag after I got it. I could almost point and shoot to where this was going to go. And I mean, it was instant that golf was more fun. I was in a better mood. I couldn't wait to get to the next tee box to hit it because for me, it transformed my game immediately. And that one club sold me on the experience with them. So I bought this, and I get it. It's massively expensive if you're going to go driver to putter or driver to wedge. Yeah, it's going to run you $5,000 at least. I built my bag over 3 to 4 years, probably. I got the driver, let's say late summer. I went back and got 3-wood and the hybrid, which I still have to this day, the next spring. And then probably another year after that, I did irons. And then after that, probably 2 years after that, I did wedges. So, I mean, it took me years to get my bag built. But here's what I'll say is I went from a handicap, I was about a 7, to today, it's a 0.7. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm a steady, great golfer that always shoots it. Man, I can throw up a 77, 79, 81 in the blink of an eye. But my handicap dropped 6 strokes. Because I finally got the bag how I wanted, and I'm really not getting to play a lot more than I was before. I'm hitting balls about the same amount. I just have better equipment, and that's really what it comes down to is the better equipment. And these irons that I went over with the other day, this shaft is 6 years old. When I got new irons, when I got these Gen 4s, I had the 0211s in this exact shaft right here. I went up and hit new irons, tried them out, and he said, this shaft works great. Keep the shaft. I'll order you the heads. So I ordered the heads, and when the heads came in, he gave me a prepaid box that he called me and said, hey, your iron heads are in. I sent him my clubs up. He re-got them or reshafted them, loft, lie checked, all that good stuff, and then send them back to me in another prepaid box. I didn't have to pay a dime for shipping. That was the service that they offered then. So these shafts are that old, and I love them to this day. Still love them. So you have to know what your expectations are going in there. The Club Champion, what they do, as long as you have their clubs, they'll keep it all in their computer. They'll do a loft and lie check, I think as many times as you want. I know it's at least once a year because I do mine once a year. And he said, I'm probably one of only a handful of guys that ever takes advantage of that. I'll take them in there. We'll get them back to the original lie. He'll check the lofts and make sure that's correct. So I think, and the thing is, you don't have to purchase from them. You can get your specs. They'll print it out, give you the sheet. And then you could go order it from somewhere else. That's not going to probably upcharge you as much on some stuff. So I just think you have to know what you're going into at a Club Champion. I've never been to Cool Clubs. I know they have some of those around. I think there's a Golf Tech that's very similar. So I think you have to probably understand kind of what you're going into. One, it's going to be more expensive than your local golf shop. But I think you get a heck of a lot better experience. Because I know when I go to my local golf shop, it's a revolving door of, it's kids that are working at, the college that they hire. Or it's people that you just hear them talk, you're like, man, they don't know anything about golf. Like, they just don't. There's no way I'm putting myself with them when I know more than they do on stuff just because I'm a golf kind of nut, a nerd a little bit. I keep up with, equipment and what it should be. So I do think at golf, at Club Champion, you get a better experience with someone who has gone to a school and done this, because that's what they said. They said they send you to school and they go through the whole gamut. So again, it took me years to get this bag how I wanted to, but it did drop my handicap pretty significantly just because of the consistent factor. That's the whole thing is in golf is, man, you're going to miss it. We're just trying to miss it a heck of a lot smaller to where it's not out of bounds, or it's in the trees or it's in the junk. So I think if you'll, know what you're going in for, you can really enjoy the experience. It's a cool experience. It's kind of a, it's kind of a nerdy thing, and I love it just because it's so cool to see what your old clubs were doing versus your new clubs. Now, I last went up there this summer and said, hey, I want to see about driver shafts, see if there's anything better for me than what I had in my other shaft. And I hit the high dollar expensive stuff, and it was no better. So I wasn't going to purchase it because it was honestly no better than the stock shaft that came in this Titleist TSR2. Now, I got to pick which shaft I wanted when I was making the selection from that, but there was nothing that was any better, so I wasn't going to upgrade to the LA Golf shaft or the Velocore or the, Tour AD, whatever it was. So just understand what it is. Make it your own. It's a super fun experience to go get fitted for clubs, but you need to get fitted for clubs. Even if you're trying to break 90, if you're trying to break 80, you have to get fitted for clubs. Now, if you're just saying, hey, I'm going to, buy a set of clubs and play and see if you like it for a year, that's perfect. That's exactly what you need to do and figure out, I like going out and just playing with my buddies and, we don't care if we shoot 92 every single day. That's cool. I know the guys that I play with in our golf group, there's a few of us that, there's no way I want to hand money to him and he wants to hand money to me. So, I spend the money on clubs. That's what I do. I don't have any other hobbies. I don't fish. I don't hunt. I don't have the patience for it. And I barely have patience for golf. So understand what you're getting into. Enjoy the process. It's a fun process getting fitted. But you got to find you somewhere that has really done it and good. My experience at your local golf shop, they've got great stuff. It's just really hard to find somebody that you can really know and trust and tell what they're doing. But at Club Champion, you do get that because they send them to a school, a training, a headquarters to where they go through all of this stuff. So I've had a great experience. I hope you all have a great experience. I appreciate you watching again. Let me know if there's anything you want. I've got more reviews coming. I'm going to go through some bags. Putting mat. I have an outdoor putting mat from, what is it, Birdie Golf. Big, long outdoor putting mat. I'm going to go over that one. So I do have some other stuff coming. Probably one of my favorite accessories I'm going to do, but I need to do it on the golf cart at the course. So I'll have an outdoor review coming on it. It's my favorite accessory. And that in the long run, that accessory will save you some money too. So that one's coming up pretty soon. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.